Assalamualaikum, Cikgu Ni Ahmad Kamal. My name is Nurain Amani binti Muhammad Nazli and I'm from class THT 15. For this video, I would like to talk about the TED Talk video that I have watched in YouTube about how trauma in childhood can affect somebody's lifetime. Well, the video that I've been searching is a woman who is actually a doctor, talk about her experience in a psychological doctor's work. And this actually start when she opened one of her clinics in one of the most poorest part in the California, which actually turned out very well. In that clinic, she gave immunization and for as a pre-medical checkup for everybody, and she gave a vaccination and for anything was something like hospital. It was actually very good. Well, she is actually a psychological doctor, and in her hospital, she said that 90% of her patient, most likely a child, is having like a ADHD problem, which she think that it was a very ridiculous. So when she threw out some of their history lifetime, she actually couldn't say that it was an ADHD problem, and this is actually because of the child have a trauma likely in her children in the past time, and when she go to the child and ask about how they experience in learning, in everything, she said that the child was very hard to understand, very hard to make a new friends because of that trauma life. And this actually trauma can happens in child because of the maybe a parents divorce or violent domestic or a place that were not capable. Well, because of that exposure to an early adversity, the child more likely to go to the like, I need to do something that actually could release my mind because of these things that I don't like to do it. And then because of this, some students or maybe a child will go to smoking or drinking or anything that will be actually bad to their health. And because of this, other people who does not have a trauma in her childhood with thinking that you're smoking, you're drinking, you vandalizing, like this is not a science. It is not supposed to be a psychological problem. This is just a bad behavior. But the woman in the TED Talk said that it is because of this behavior, because of this problem, and because of this trauma past in her life. That is where the science have been started. Well, most likely before the child have been this child actually, there's some part of our brain that's actually could be affected by having a trauma, which is the first part of our brain is that the trauma can affect our pretty brain in just in front of this, and which is we call it as a reaction or some part of our brain that control our happiness and everything. And because of this trauma and everything, this part, which is I think it is most important for our body, because it actually could control ourselves, is it happy or not, actually could shut down at any moment. And there is some part of our brain that was actually working and control our body in learning, which is reading or calculating in some mathematician also could be affected by this trauma childhood, and this actually could happens to anybody. Like 90% of not ourself, but our surrounding, have this problem in controlling or be fearing by her childhood. That's it.